Hello, everyone. So, in the interest of complete transparency, I was going to put up my Turkey trip video a few weeks ago because I actually got back more than a few weeks ago. But since I've been back, I've been dealing with some family things, and my phone, which is my primary camera, got broken. And what happened? Oh, yeah. I was hit while I was driving for work, and I've been dealing with it was a hit and run. I've been dealing with the insurance things related to that. Fortunately, because it was in Oakland, I'm probably going to have to be the only person financially responsible for it. And soon after the accident, I was also kind of afraid that my back would get messed up because it was hit from the side, it was on the freeway, and so I've just been dealing with follow-up appointments for that. And so that has set me back a lot time-wise, but I figured this would be as good of a time as any to kind of get my thoughts organized and get my phone back to having some memory. So these are some training clips from this week. These are some pause deadlifts, and these are the hardest parts of my deadlift training each week. The pause makes even less challenging weight feel way harder, so I always do these before my singles for the week, and by the time I get to my singles, even though mentally I used to be scared of them because it's one rep and it's usually heavier, after doing these pauses, the singles feel like a breeze. This is my top single for this week. It's 160 kilos, and that is about what my comp weight used to be. So although I am rarely satisfied with my training, I'm always looking at it and trying to find things that I could do better. I have to say, being able to lift my previous comp training max in training without having to get too hyped up is pretty cool. And you just saw a t-shirt that I bought, and the reason I post this on here is YouTube is my favorite platform because I feel like you can get to know the people on the channel way more than you can in a short reel or TikTok or just anything short form. I just feel like you get to know their story, can put thoughts into a longer format. And what brought me to YouTube a long time ago was actually related to pharmacy school because we had to make YouTube videos of us practicing consultations, and that's what got me first in front of the camera. But before that, I had been watching Just Kidding News. Pretty much it got me through pharmacy school, and they came out with some merch and I thought it was really funny, and now it's a fun gym tee. And I wear t-shirts for bench because it mimics what I'll be wearing in competition. I basically always trained in tank tops until this year. I realized that wearing a t-shirt does feel kind of different, especially for bench, not as much for squat, and we don't have to wear a t-shirt for deadlifts anymore in the USAPL, so bench days are t-shirt days for me. These are my Sunday squats. I start off with paused squats, and those really help me figure out positioning, and they're also good for preparing me for heavier singles, which I do after these. My squats have been feeling pretty good. They were probably my most lagging behind lift, I would say, but I think I'm pretty even now across the board because I think before that my deadlifts were the lifts that were lagging behind. So throughout the years I've kind of slowly put more emphasis on trying to figure out each lift, and I have never been able to achieve the all lifts feeling good feeling. I don't think powerlifters get to feel that. Actually, I think the ones that up at the top do. I've never gotten to feel that, so maybe I'm not a real powerlifter yet. But as my first clip mentioned, I am about 3 months out. I did manage to get a spot to compete at the Arnold, so I can talk a little bit more about that as I hopefully get more information about how that meet will be run. It'll be my third time traveling far, not doing a local meet. I think Vegas barely counts as travel because I'm in California, but this one is a cross the country, different time zone. I think they're 3 hours ahead, and it is going to be in the winter, so that should make it interesting. There's no direct flights, so that'll also make it interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to prep for that. It'll be my first Arnold, and I will bring you all along. As I mentioned, my life outside of training has been kind of a shit show for the last year, to be honest. Last 2 years, to be more honest. So, but the last 2 months have been especially crazy, so I have not been bulking like I probably should. So, if you were here for my previous prep, I did mention I intentionally bulked to put on muscle going into nationals, and then I cut. So I had bulked up to a little bit higher than I planned, but I maintained my bulk slash massing period for a little bit, and the cut went great. So this time I am definitely behind. I do think I'm going to use these last few weeks of the month to kind of get to a comfortable weight, and then I will cut, probably not as aggressively because I won't have gained as much weight this time, but I'm still hoping with each prep to improve my physique along with improving my strength. So this clip is benching in our living room. This was Thanksgiving Day dinner activities, I guess, bench at home. And Grant also made me an awesome chicken dish that was really simple, but flavor was good. Chicken was not dry. It was really yummy. Thank you, Grant. And so thank you so much for following along so far. I know this video has been kind of all over the place, but it's like accurate. So I leave you with a clip of seeing the hold up live, which was definitely a highlight for me during this more poopy time. Please check them out, and hopefully this does not do anything to my channel. My videos are not monetized, so hopefully nothing happens.